In this video, I will show how you can set up your phone to film this kind of top-down view and how you can same time use your main camera to film your talking head video. And with this kind of setup, you can make more interesting educational videos. You can set up here, for example, small whiteboard where you illustrate your topics, or you can make more interesting product review videos where you talk to the camera and same time showcase your product on your table. And I will go through this gear setup and then I will show how to film and edit these videos inside Descript app and how you can change between your talking head video and between this video image that you get from your phone, and how you can also make this kind of interesting short form videos where the talking head is on the top of the video and this top down view is in the bottom of the short form video. So I now first go through the gear. So this main frame is very DIY. I have here this kind of pole from Newer that is attached to my desk. And this model is TL283 model, and I use the same pole here to hold my main light. So it's very sturdy pole, and I have just different one from different manufacturer over here. And between these poles I have this kind of telescope pole that was just left over from my background setup, and I have just attached this just basic chip ties here. But if you are thinking about getting this kind of setup, of course buy that kind of ready-made kit, and just make sure that don't buy that kind of kit that stands on your table. There are these kind of small frames that you can use to make these kind of videos, but I highly recommend this kind of setup where are these kind of poles that are mounted to your desk, and between them is like telescope pole, because then you can fit that setup on like any table, and most importantly it won't take any desktop space and it can be there like all the time. And how I connected my phone to this telescope pole is that I first attached the small clamp from Smallrig, and I put here this kind of phone holder from Ulanzi. And this is very good model because I can also turn my phone and take also vertical videos on that top-down angle. And I highly recommend getting these kind of small clamps because they are very useful every time when you are making like different kind of videos, and they are very useful when you are traveling because you can attach your lights or camera basically anywhere with these kind of clamps. And one thing I want to mention, because I had a problem when I was setting this up, because my camera is so near me to get that kind of talking head image that I want, I use a wide angle lens, and this is very small room, so I basically need to have this camera in this position. But usually I have this Elgato teleprompter in front of it. And when I set this frame up and my mobile phone on the correct position, the teleprompter is blocking the image that I get from here. So I needed to remove this, and basically only way to fix this so I could also use teleprompter would be to put my camera on tripod there and move my desk closer to me. So then I could use teleprompter and also this top down angle. But because I rarely make this kind of videos, I can now just remove the teleprompter and film these videos without the teleprompter. But something to consider when you are thinking about this kind of setup. And next we can start filming, and as you can see there isn't any phone here because I'm currently filming with my iPhone, and I will put that there. And here is my Sony GV-E10 camera, and it is connected to my computer with camlink adapter, and this just turns the Sony feed into webcam feed, and then I can use this Descript app to record it. And here is also my main microphone, Shure MV7 Plus, that I also record with Descript app. So when you make a new project in Descript, it will show up like this, and then I can just click here record, and then I can select do I only record my talking head video or talking head with screen. And now I currently select only this main camera feed here for this project. But you can also record screen and your camera, and also in the editing add this top-down view in the same project. And now when I click this camera, as you can see, now I'm showing here in my main camera. And here I just in the bottom select also my main microphone that is automatically now selected. And then when I hit record, it starts recording my main microphone and this video feed. And then I just put here my iPhone and also start recording. Just make sure that you have audio recording enabled, all the devices that you record, and also that you use same resolution settings. So for example, I'm filming this main feed at 4K and 30 frames per second, and that I will put also here in this iPhone when I start filming. So I now put my iPhone here and start filming all the feeds. But let me first show you how this top-down view now looks like. So I just put my iPhone here and adjusted it in the correct position. But as you can see, when I use this 1x lens, still there is showing my MacBook over there, and I only want to show this table mat area. And by the way, this kind of table mat is excellent choice to have this kind of, for example, different color background. And I just got these like 5 different colors. And now I can lower this whole setup so the edges of the image would go here. But because I'm so tall, I want this phone to be this height there where this is currently. So I just zoom in with my iPhone just so that those edges here disappeared. And now I can just put, for example, small tape pieces on each corner so I can know when I'm presenting here something or writing, for example, on paper or small whiteboard, I can know where the edges are just by putting small tapes just outside of the frame. So now I'm recording my talking head video here, also audio from this mic straight to Descript, and also I have my iPhone up there recording this top-down view where I can, for example, showcase these kind of products, or if I want to make this kind of videos where I, for example, write here my first awesome thing that I will be showing in this video. And for example, we can also like zoom in on these parts in the editing phase. And next I will be showing how to edit these videos and also how to make this kind of short form video where I'm here on the top and here in the below is showing this feed where I'm showing this product. So let's now go to the Descript. So now here is the Descript app after recording that small segment that you just saw. And here is now the talking head video recording and of course my audio recording. And now we need to click here this project over here and also import here the top-down video. So I can just drag and drop that video here from my computer to this project. And now Descript automatically start go through this file, but we first need to select this talking head and also this iPhone video, just holding shift, and then you can see it already open up this window here, and here we just click this create sequence. And same thing here. And now both of the tracks are now here, and now we need to sync these clips so they are moving forward at the same time. So we just click this auto sync audio tracks here, and now it starts to sync these tracks, and then when that is finished, we can then remove the audio track from this iPhone track. So we only want to, of course, have the best audio. So then I select this iPhone track here and right click and click here detach audio. And now I just select this audio track where you see this waveform and just click delete. And now the both video tracks are in the same place and there is only one audio track. And then we just go here done. And now it created this sequence here that you see here. So now I need to remove this current sequence that is here. So I just select all the text and click delete. And now, as you can see, the whole editor have gone, but as you can see here is this sequence over here, and I just click that and click here insert into script. And now it inserted both of these tracks here, and as you can see there are now in this kind of view that both of the videos are showing in same time. But now let's first right click this track here and change layout, and here we can choose a layout and we can use this camera layout, and if there is something different on your view you can click here change layout back and just select some of these default layouts here and click see layouts and then just select this default camera for example. And now as you can see there is only one video showing, and if some cases there isn't showing your talking head, you can just right click this and change source, and we can now select which of the videos are showing currently. But let's keep that here. And because this is so short video clip, I just now quickly edit this, so you can easily edit your videos inside Descript, just clicking here on the text and removing everything that shouldn't be there. So for example, here is a retake, so I just removed that, and that is also a retake, so I just removed that, and same time Descript will cut this video on those parts that you removed, and maybe here I just removed that sound and also isn't needed there. So, and next I will be showing how to edit this video. That sounds good. And I think that's about it. And now I only remove here in the start all this empty space by just dragging here the start about here. So basically now we have all the videos aligned and basically edited this small segment. But now how we do those changes between talking head and that video image, what we get on this top-down angle. So let's see, here's the point where we want to change that. And maybe here where I said after word recording, and now I can adjust slash here. And what this slash does is that it will create a new scene here inside Descript. And in this new scene, I can, for example, change the different camera feed. So now I just select how long that will be showing. So this top-down view where I can, for example, show this kind of products. Let's put here next slash, because in this part, I will add that zoom in effect on that video. So now it's super simple to change this layout. So here is the first clip, the talking head video clip, and now in the second clip we just want to change that top-down angle. So I just go here on the second clip and here select this video feed and right click, and here I just change source and select the iPhone view. So now our iPhone video is showing here, but as you can see I need to rotate this. So here is the rotation part, and you can just put your mouse over here and just drag this, and now we need to put this 270 degrees to get the correct like position for this. But as you can see it's also like cropped, so I need to first now zoom out. So I use this width and height adjustment here and just change this width lower so we get that correct height for this video image here. And then I can enter here in this crop mode and just drag these sides, and now we have the full video showing here. And I can already here see that I should adjust this height to 3840 to get that correct 4K resolution like this. And I think now it's correctly aligned and there isn't any black showing on any of the sides. So now we have already made this first transition, because whenever you create this kind of scenes, Descript automatically use this kind of smart transition. So let's now play this recording, this top-down view. So as you can see, it's already looking pretty good. And if you click here between the scenes, you can change the transition of any of you want. So we can, for example, make like a different transition. So maybe we use like this move out transition. So let's see how that will look. Recording this top-down view like this. So this is pretty cool. But of course, if we think about when we are first looking at the talking head camera, then we look down. So probably we want this transition to be so it goes down. So let's change the transition to go down. So we just click this arrow here on this direction. And let's look at this again. There, recording this top-down view. So when my eyes go down, it's more natural to put the transition also going down. And now we have our first transition made. And then here in this part where I say, and for example, we can also like zoom in on this part in the editing phase. So first, we also want to see this top-down view here when I'm talking about that, because we are zooming in that same clip. So we need to add here second slash here, because the last part of this video will be also talking head. So now I first copy this layout on this video. So you can just right click this copy layout, and then I will move on to this next scene and click paste layout. And now we have same layout here like this. And here we just need to remove this transition. So I select this clip, go here in the properties panel, and here in the transitions, I remove the out transition as none. And now there shouldn't be and for any gaps, that we just don't want any gaps here. But this clip here, we want this to be zoomed in on that text. So now I just change this clip, and I will first select it, and then I just use this size and position here to zoom in, just make them bigger like this. And then I use this X and Y positions to put this like center where we want to zoom. So now I just move this center so we zoom in that my awesome thing like this. And let's see how that will look like. And for example, so as you can see, there isn't now any transitions because we removed those. So let's now change that out transition to this smart transition like this. And let's see how that will look. And for example, and as you can see, now we got this smooth transition, that thing that we are presenting on our table. So now we only need to do that last thing, how to make that short form video where my talking head is on the top and this top-down view on the bottom. And here, and also how to make this kind of short form video. So now I put slash here. So now there is also this transition automatically made where we change from this top down to this talking head. But let's change here also transition to coming from this move out, but now from going down to up. So let's see how that will look like here first phase. And next I will be showing how to, okay, there is also small cut. So probably I will make a cut here or add a scene here like this. and also copy this layout on this scene. I just want to remove this and remove that cut here by hiding it basically like this. And now I just paste this layout here. Let's see. And next I will be showing. And now it's much better and we don't see that little cut because there is showing that top-down view, not our talking head view. And then we need to make that short form video from this last clip. And this clip ends here after this product word, so I add slash here. So now we want to change this scene here as a new composition. So how we can do that is, for example, that I go here in the project and check these compositions and just duplicate this whole thing like this. So now we have a totally new composition where is exactly the same changes. So now I can just remove here everything else but that clip. So like this, I just remove here all these scenes like this and this ending also. So now we basically have only that one clip here. And because we want to turn this into a short form, we go here in the left top corner from this video image and click here portrait. So now we already are in the portrait mode. And here I can now just right click this and change layout. And here in the default layouts, there are already, for example, this kind of multicam layout. So we can select this. And now it automatically already made basically that same layout. So for example, here we now need to rotate this clip. So let's do that. So we need to put here now 90 degrees rotation. Then we can again enter this crop mode and adjust this better or change the position like this. And we can also a little bit zoom in maybe. Click done here and maybe we put it here so it's more centered like this. And here we can change the captions however we want. Maybe I put this as Inter and maybe Inter black. And I can also change these properties here and maybe select, put all caps on, and maybe I add just a little bit this color that is coming in. I think it's actually here in the custom settings, and I put the active word fill as yellow, and future words I just remove the coloring. Let's see. So it's now look like this. Where I'm here on the top, and maybe I change the active word like maybe red. Okay, now it's more like maybe me, and here in the below is showing this feed where I'm showing this product. So basically that's it, and you can also of course add here more elements. So we can, for example, add here this kind of little line that separates both top and bottom parts like this if you want, and maybe center it like this. Maybe I could put this like also on that same red. Something like that. If you want to add something in the between of those clips, you can do it here. And maybe I actually put this font a little bit smaller like this. And now basically that is pretty looking, this kind of explainer video, maybe only one row like this. So you can make these kind of videos that I think are pretty popular, for example, on Instagram and TikTok, and showcase products or just write there on your notepad or whiteboard and make this kind of educational short form videos on this way. And one thing I want to add is that if I would have screen recorded this video, it would act same way that screen recording clip than this iPhone clip, but we could have all three also in the same sequence, and it acts similar way. So if you first record your talking head and screen recording with Descript, they are already inside sequence, and then you just add your iPhone clip there or any other camera that you use to get that top-down view. And this way you can align all those clips, and then you can change between your talking head, your screen recording, and also your other camera angle. So that's about it for this video. And if you want more my help, I have a Skool community called the One Person Show, where I help online coaches and experts to create videos faster. And I will leave link below this video. And I will put also here my full filming workflow, what I use with Descript. That is just my normal workflow, but you can check out that next. Hopefully see you on the next video. Bye bye.